All right, so it's the next morning. Come in early here today. I'm going to get a layer of crystal serum coating on the car and then follow with some XO. I'm glad I checked with my buddy Billy from Presidential Automotive Detail in Tampa, and then I text Eric, head of, I think he's head of marketing for Gtechniq North America. Crystal serum doesn't layer well, right? So it's designed to be a single layer. So I was planning on putting two, so I'm glad I checked. I didn't read the box, but I don't know if it tells you to do a single layer. But we're going to apply crystal serum on the car, but first I need to prep it. So I'm going to do a full wipe down with eraser. I'm going to apply an ample amount because I'm not going to pull the car out and wash it. So first thing I'm going to do is blow it off with some compressed air. I'm going to lint roll. I brought Michelle's, I stole Michelle's lint roller. I'm going to lint roll from all the wool that got all over the top of the soft top. I don't want that sort of blowing around or floating around. And then we'll clean up the car with eraser. So I'm going to wipe the thing down. Man, I have panel wipe, which is Gtechniq's version of this at home. I forgot to grab it. Panel wipe is a little more aggressive from my experience than eraser. And again, you don't have to use all the same stuff. I like eraser a lot. I like how for whatever reason it tends to be a little less grabby than even panel wipe, some of the other options. But both are a good choice. So we're going to wipe the whole thing down. Then we're going to do our crystal serum layer. So let's just take a look at what's in the box here. Got some gloves, which are good to have. I'm not going to use their applicator, the little suede. Well, maybe I will just to try it out. So maybe I'll try their applicator. And then here's our bottle. This is what size is this bottle? I think this is the 30 ml. Yeah, this is the 30 ml layer. We're going to put this on and figure it out. I've never done this product yet. I don't think it's particularly all that difficult. It comes with a dropper, but I have some pipettes that I'll likely use instead of the dropper that comes with it. And then we're going to let it cure for several hours. So I'll do the glass and the trim and the tires and all of that stuff. And then we're going to follow with our topper of XO, doing at least a single layer. Now this is V3. I don't have V4. I don't know if V4 is available yet. We'll do the XO, which is their topper, their sort of durable top layer to protect the bottom layer. This gets a little nutty when we're talking about coatings. And then we're going to put a top layer on the top layer, which is C2V3, which will be the maintenance product. This would be similar to CarPro Reload. I forget what Geon's equivalent of this is, but this is what we would use to maintain it. It's like $35 a bottle. I'm assuming this lasts a while, but you would do this at the after wash or the drying portion. Lots of people love this stuff. I've never tried this, so this would be my first go at C2V3. So we'll also be doing Wolf's on the glass and the trim. So Wolf's Nano glass sealant, Wolf's Nano trim coat. Still working on it. One of the products, the glass sealant, is classified as flammable, so getting it in the U.S. is a little trickier. So I'm working on getting it imported here. And then there's a language barrier between me and Tomas, and we're trying to get this figured out. So I don't know when, but I'm going to order a crap ton of it. And I am assuming that that'll last me a little while. I'm ordering 250 bottles of each. So hopefully that lasts me a little while. It's going to cost me a lot of money to get it here. And it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. So anyway, let's get rolling. I'm going to blow off the car, lint roll, and then get moving on putting this on the car. I think it's pretty cool that we got 2 pallets of Rupes sitting here that we've just got in yesterday, so we've got to get rolling on getting that packed and shipped for all the Rupes attendees. All right, so let's just roll this, see if this works. right, because I experienced quite a bit of marring while using the lower pile towels, I'm going to stick with the towel that I know, which is normally my door jamb towel. I'm going to stick with those towels because I know they work on this paint. Just want to get all the dust off of everywhere, eliminate the potential issues of having dust get all over the place. Again, at times I would like to just take the thing out and wash it, but it's too hot in the summer to do that here. So I'm going to cheat it a little bit. If you did take it out and wash it, you'll still need, see, this is why I don't like these kind of towels for this application. They just don't, even if you do the whole fold it in fourths, they just bunch up. But again, I don't have a choice here. So you really want to get the surface clean and prepped so we don't have any issues with any issues bonding. We want that crystal serum to adhere as much as possible to the surface. I don't want any polish oils or anything impeding that. So that's why we're using an ample amount of eraser. I don't think I'm gonna coat the headlights. I think what I'll do is I'll just do EXO on the headlights. I'll coat the tail lights. I don't know why you guys like using these to remove polish or to do any kind of wiping on the paint. I can't imagine why you'd like the really big ones. The 500 GSM ones. These are the 350s. Hit all the painted surfaces with this. All right, so Crystal Serum is a wipe on, wipe off product. So we're gonna try these really low pile towels that I have in my store for coating removal. So we're gonna do 2 towels, one for the initial wipe, one for the secondary wipe. There's a really low pile side and then a semi-low pile side, so we'll have one of each flipped. All right, so we'll put these handy so we have them. I'm not going to use the stopper that came in the bottle. Just throw that over here in our EXO box on the side. I don't need the box. Make sure we mix the coating. I don't want to shake it. I'm going to take the top off. And then this is a brand new bottle, so I don't think we'll have to worry about little shards on the edge. I think we're good. But a lot of times you'd want to, if you were opening a bottle for a second time, you'd want to blow it out. So I'm going to use a pipette. I'm going to try their little microfiber applicator here, and we're going to go and do a small section. So fill up. I'm going to call it prime my pad. Now, I don't know how much product to use, so we're going to test this out for the first time. The key is, I'll bring the camera over here in a second, but the key is keep it organized. For coating removal, you want a really low pile towel. Gtechniq has a towel of their own, but oh yeah, that was amazingly easy. That's great. Take my pipette, put a few drops on there. As I get my pad ready to go, I'm putting a little more product on than I probably will be going forward. So I did this section, so let's go toward the middle. I think with any coating, you're always going to be better off working smaller sections than larger. I find that as I get a little further in and a little more comfortable with the product, again, I've never done this crystal serum before, but as you get a little more comfortable with it, you can start to increase the size of your application area. So this product, according to what I've read, doesn't need to flash. It's a wipe on, wipe off, which would theoretically make it easier. And then you want to over wipe, right? So I want to wipe beyond what I put on, so that the key with any coating is you don't want to let it sit there and last too long. You know, I mean, sit there and cure too long and not wipe the excess off. So I guess since I'm doing a single layer, I could put a little more product on my applicator than I am, or continue to put more on. We are going to go right over the PPF. But another thing to mention, since we are doing a single layer, I want to make sure that I keep this organized and I don't miss any spots. That's why I'm having a tendency to want to go over it 3 times or so. It's easy to keep these green towels organized when you do really low pile and high pile. So I'm doing a really low pile as my second wipe, and then I'll remember which towel is which, and then I can just flip them, because we're going to throw these towels away after we're done with this. So that's done. I'm going to save the fender, save the PPF. Again, continue to treat this in sections. Yeah, this applicator's not bad. The applicators that came with C5, the wheel coating, which is the same thing as C1, they broke apart. They didn't do very well, but this, I think, will do fine, hold up to do the whole car. So again, as I become a little more comfortable with the product, we'll speed up this process. I can already tell I really like the application of this. I mean, anyone could do that, it's easy. The requirement to not have it sit there and flash and know and try to time out when it needs to be done, when it needs to be removed, makes it a lot easier. There's no user error element there. And the hood is the most difficult part to keep organized. It's the easiest part to reach, but it's the most difficult part to make sure you're not missing any spots, because it all looks the same. So the thing I wonder most about this is the weird factor. You know, I'm always talking about coatings, and I don't like them if they look weird. So we'll see. We'll see how this does for me. That's why I'm putting it on Eric's car, not mine. Yeah, I mean, I can already tell I could definitely do a bigger section. Feels pretty slick too. Like a lot of times coatings will feel, they'll feel grabby. This, I'm not detecting that at all on this. All right, I'm gonna finish up the hood, and then I'll give you a little different angle on some other sections of the car. All right, now that my towels are starting to get a little coating, not saturated, but they have some on there, I realized that on the camera there, I had left the towel sit on the paint. You probably shouldn't do that. So don't follow my lead on that. Leave the towel sitting on the table. So you can kind of test size. You know, they suggest in the manual to do a 2 foot by 2 foot section, and you can start to push the limits here a little bit, kind of see what works best for you, or what works best for the product. You don't want to do such a large section that you end up with it starting to haze over, dry on the surface. You don't want that to happen. These towels are working great for this product. Super thin, super light. These are 240 GSM. Makes it really easy to see what I'm doing and remove the product. Again, we are going to do it over the PPF. I'm just treating that as another section. The overlapping part is to make sure we get even coverage. Yeah, this stuff comes off like butter. Some people made the comment that EXO doesn't go on quite as easily. I want to debadge this right now. I don't think Eric would appreciate that. Yeah, dude, I like this. I can tell. I don't like that line. Okay, I'm gonna keep rolling. PPF will do exactly the same. Crystal serum's done. This was easily the easiest coating to apply that I've ever done. I've done a lot of them. It's even easier than the kamikaze stuff. So you do a 2x2 section, you go, put it on, wipe it off. I don't have to worry about timing it or anything like that. And you know, at first glance, it looks good. You know, I always complain about that coating look. I think it has a little bit of that, but so far so good. So I'm gonna let this cure, let this set up. I'm gonna set up the camera here in a second. So I'll give it, you know, 3-4 hours by the time I get to it. I'm gonna unbox all this Rupes stuff back here so that we can get the Rupes orders out. But I'm also going to get prepared to do the glass. There really isn't much trim. And we're gonna do this. I'm gonna, like a lot of this honeycomb stuff is kind of pointless to do. I'll do the tires, which will take a minute or two. And then I'm gonna do this section here. All that honeycomb stuff I'm not gonna really worry about. So the trim will be a piece of cake. And the glass is a piece of cake because the rear window is tiny, so we'll do that at the very end. But we'll do the side glass and the windshield with the wolves. But looks pretty sharp, huh? Car looks good sitting on the lift there. Because what happens when the force pulls you back, your foot naturally comes off the gas. You have to keep your foot to the floor, foot to the floor.